In this video we'll show some refinements on using a map to search geography fields in a database that supports the geography data type. So you can see here that we have our airports database with all of the airports in the United States, and we've got a search part with a Google map in the search part. And now what we've done is, if we go to the search to the map definition, you can see here that in the map properties now, what we've done is we've gone and changed the action for clicking for what happens when you click on a marker, from the default, which is open the info box, to open up a detail view. So this is a grid now with a detail view, and so let's go ahead now and run it, and then mark a polygon that we'd like to do a search in. Go ahead there and click the search. So you can see now that there are 6 records in our criteria that meet our criteria, and they're marked over there. And then if I go ahead now and click on one of these icons, you can see now that the detail view for that grid opens up, and also focus has moved to that row in the grid. So I'll go there and click, for example, on row 3 now, and you can see now that focus has moved to row 3 on the grid, and now there's the detail view for row 3. So now let's go and refine our search a little bit. Let's go and drag this marker a little bit, and just scroll, resize the mouse, and then go there and pull that marker out, and then re-execute our search. And now you can see that the search has found 18 records, but there are only 10 records marked on the grid, because those are the first 10 records that are on page 1 of the grid. So another new feature in version 11 is the ability to dynamically change the number of rows in the grid when a search is active. So I'm going to go now and change the rows of data when search is active from -1, which means just the same number as the standard number of rows, to 0, which means all rows that are in the search, still subject to a limit of 200 rows. So now I'm going to go ahead now again and run the grid, and let's mark an area, and we'll mark basically a fairly big area here, hoping to get more than 10 records in the search. So that returned 9 records, so let's go ahead now and pull that value out a little bit, and now go there and hit search. So you can see now we've got 15 records, and if we scroll the map, you can see we see all 15 records on the same page, which is useful because now my map now contains markers for every single address that was found. And of course I can just go and click on an individual row and open up the detail view, or I can go back to the map definition over here and go to map properties, and if I go now and I change the action from open detail view to custom action, then I can go here and define any action that I want. So I can define arbitrary JavaScript here, and when I define this JavaScript, I've got access to these system variables which contain the latitude and longitude of the point that you clicked on, the title, the info text, the icon, and also the row number. So let's go ahead now and try this out. So I'll switch back now to working preview, do a quick search that's going to return a few records, and now when I click on any one of these rows, you can see there's my custom JavaScript that executed, telling me that I clicked on icon number 1, and there would be icon number 2, etc. So finally, you can also see here that we've put dynamic markers, dynamic images in the actual grid row, so that you can easily see which record in the grid corresponds with which marker on the map. And that was done by just going over to fields, choosing the image control, which we do by selecting image control over there, and then in the definition of the image we just went ahead there and chose a image sequence. Thank you very much.